So, guys, we lost the review. We don't know where it went.
Computer went boom.
It grew legs and then it walked away.
Just
I had to
like
go
my
chase
dad.
after it.
So welcome to the very first ever Mittcast mega episode.
Whoa! We're
Mega.
definitely not too lazy to record two. Anyway.
Sega.
All right.
Whoa. Anyway.
So, Tony, hit us with a little bit of Red Wings review and what we got to look forward to.
All right. Little bit of review. The New York Rangers put belt to ass. That is all there is to say. Cam Talbot needs help. Our defense needs to lock it up. Eric Gustafsson, once again, needs to be blasted into orbit, never to be seen again.
Goodbye.
Just... Offenses looked okay. They just needed a shake-up. We'll get it going. It's just early season jitters. All of you complaining about Derek Lalonde, settle the hell down. It is game literally 5. Calm down. Anyway, games to look forward to this week. Starting from, this is going up Friday the 25th, so the 26th, Saturday, we go into Buffalo, KeyBank Arena, to play the Sabres.
Sabres.
If we don't mollywop this team, I swear to the Lord, they have Ookie Pookie in net.
He will send the balls to the youngie. He will.
Zach loves him some Ookie Pookie. Yeah, the offense other than Tage Thompson really hasn't been doing much this year. If you can put your lockdown guys in like Kopp and Rasmussen on Tage Thompson, theoretically we should be fine. Early season turmoil. Rasmus Dahlin, freshly getting the C, starting a fight with his teammate Peyton Krebs. This team is in shambles. If you don't walk away with a W, I'm going to start questioning things. Moving on to Sunday, back in Detroit, against the Edmonton Oilers. The first instance we'll have a Lions game and a Red Wings game all in the same day.
Let's go.
It's going to be a busy day in the D. Edmonton's really good. They've had early season struggles. As of right now, they're only 2-3. But again, you have Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Evan Bouchard, Matthias Ekholm, Stuart Skinner. Like, it's a really good team. If we lose this one, I'll understand. But with Connor McDavid having early season struggles like he did last year, your leading goal scorer, if you're Edmonton, is Jeff Skinner. Huh? Literally got bought out less than a year ago. I want it to be a close game, but I think Edmonton still walks away with it. They're going back to the Cup. They're gross. Another tough one, Wednesday the 30th against Winnipeg. Connor Hellebuyck's the best goalie in the world. He's shown it early this year already. Looks disgusting. Their offense has been stifled a little bit, but Kyle Connor is still doing Kyle Connor things. I literally have no notes on their defense because they're so fucking neutral. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're shit. It's
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
yeah, that's pretty much where they're at. I'll be happy if we walk away with 2 wins out of those 3 games. Obviously, we still have a lot to figure out. If you send Marco Kasper back down to the minors, I am rioting in the streets. It might be only me, and I might get arrested for looking like a lunatic, but I will do it. Marco Kasper is literally the hope and savior this team needs. He stays. That's all I got.
Well, the Detroit Pistons have not played a game yet. By the time that we are recording this,
Bunch of
by
preseason
the
nerds.
time this goes up, they would have played the Pacers and Cavs. Looking ahead, after that, they host the Celtics. Then they travel to Miami, and they travel to Philadelphia.
It's going to be a rough start.
The Pistons might not win a game in the month of October.
What else is new?
I think your best chance here is the Pacers, but even then...
Didn't the Pacers just make it to the Final Four last year, though? Like,
Yeah.
did they have any significant losses?
No, they didn't. I mean,
I don't even think the Pistons win that one.
Halliburton's still there.
What about Paul George?
It is worth noting.
No Georgians in Philly.
Asar
Who
Thompson
we also play and we'll lose to.
will not be playing in the season opener, but he will be playing against the Cavs. That's the only notable injury other than Bobby Klintman, but it's the same timetable. Other teams, they're not really missing nobody, so they're going to be at pretty much full strength.
Yeah.
I think, personally, it's going to come down to if Cade can be the general he needs to be, and the pieces around him can complement him well.
This
Yeah.
is one of the moments where you need Cade's leadership to step up. You've got to command the court.
Well, it's
you,
not
you've
even-
got to get the boys rallying around you, and if you can't, it's another lost season.
It's not even like you need his. It's more so you need the veteran leadership to be there to kind of like guide and kind of calm Cade down. Like when you need Cade to be a general. Like you need him to get to a triple double. You got to do what point guards do.
Yeah.
You got to do what the good point guards do.
Yeah, you gotta
If
be,
you
gotta be a
are-
star.
If you are going to be the cornerstone player of a franchise, I don't think you should need other people to step up in the leadership department. If you're going to be a franchise's guy, you've got to have that leadership.
Well,
Like MSU has Aiden Childs, like the Red Wings have Dylan Larkin, and when he was gone, they had Raymond. Like when Goff was not doing great early this season, you had Amon-Ra step up, you had Monty, you had Gibby, you have guys step into leadership, not relying on anyone else to do it for them. I think Cade needs to do that.
NBA is a little different though. A lot of these guys are new to this team, and yeah, they'll respect Cade as a good player, but he hasn't fucking won. He hasn't won shit. He hasn't
Nobody on this
done
roster
anything.
has. Let's be real.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see what their teamwork is like.
He's also still pretty young.
Bigger
so-
staff.
That's like 23.
Bigger staff doesn't let
22.
them
Something like that.
practice how they usually practice or warm up how they usually warm up. That being, you can't wear chains, you can't wear jewelry, you can't wear your hood up.
Man, I'm gonna rock my jewelry.
Jury.
I think it was Jaden Ivey's quote where he said, "Yeah, he makes me practice like I'm my dad,"
That's tough.
Which, I
which is
mean,
good because that's building culture.
Yeah.
You're not gonna go out there trying to look flashy during warm-ups. You're gonna focus on warming up.
Go get ready for the game, bonehead.
Yeah, I think it comes down to Cade, but I think you need Jaden Ivey to kind of be a spark plug. Hopefully, on the second unit that comes out there, I'd really rather have Malik Beasley there with the kind of just the first team to be a defensive stalwart because Cade's aight. He's aight, but I don't know, it probably will be Cade, Jaden. I've seen Simone Fedtecchio as the small forward, which is kind of crazy. Tobias Harris and Jalen Duran. Not a whole lot of defense there, but oh well.
Oh, well.
Fuck them.
Could be worse.
Fuck them. Just put up shots.
Hey, no shot is a bad shot.
Yeah, so don't expect anything
100% of
good.
the shots you don't make.
Wayne
not.
Gretzky, Michael Scott.
It's going to be another rough year. Oh, well.
As long as we're anticipating it. It's the mindset of a fan of a bad team. Dude, we were so close to winning this game. Let's go, dude.
Against
There's
it.
hope for the
Let's
future,
go.
dude.
We only lost by 25.
Let's go, dude.
Go, dude.
LeBron only had 57.
Yeah, let's cross off this final Detroit team off our bucket list. The Detroit Lions. Let's talk about the Vikings game for a brief moment. It was
Both teams put belt to ass. This
very,
was mutual ass beltage.
very exciting game. It's gone because, whatever happened. But we looked at the stats, and they are basically identical the whole way down.
I think the
It's
highest discrepancy
crazy.
in stat was by like 7, and it might have been passing yards.
Yeah, it was.
Like, dude.
It wasn't. There was like no true discrepancy.
Yeah, there's
in the
about
stat line.
50 seconds of time possession difference. And that was
Exactly.
Probably, that was probably the biggest difference.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not even a full minute.
Yeah.
I mean, big credit to Sam Darnold. He went tit for tat in this game with Jared Goff. I was
fuck that motherfucker.
expecting Darnold to kind of show a little bit of, hey, this is like my first legit year as a starter. Can we respect that we went 5-0 and not pummel me? No, bro, kind of held his own.
Man, fuck
Don't
that
get me
dude.
wrong. I
BC's
will
ghost.
still forever get mad at Jay Jettis for celebrating a 3-yard reception
Yeah.
to make it 3rd and 12.
I don't
but
know.
like-
Sam Darnold was definitely seeing a ghost out there on that BB interception.
Oh,
Because
Dude, he jumped that so
yeah,
well.
he did.
dude,
That was
he flew.
Bro
Reading
was
the eyes
damn
of the
near
quarterback
45
perfectly.
degree vertical.
It was
He's
almost-
just,
It's almost like he's baiting him into saying, "Hey, I'm going to this cloud flat here." Just kidding.
I mean, that's the same type of thing he did against Dallas to get that interception off Prescott, where it looked like he was going into zone coverage and goes for the receiver.
Yeah, and he is
Straight money.
Bro's a future All-Pro player.
Dude.
It might even happen this year.
BB is so good, dude.
But looking forward to what's going to most definitely be about to ask special.
BTA.
The Tennessee Titans come to Ford Field as the Lions have not played a game there since the Monday night game on September 30th.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Yeah, it's almost been a month since the last home game.
I miss home.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
How long that
Holy
take you to
shit.
get up?
That's crazy.
A little too long.
The Tennessee Titans and Lions are 11.5-point favorites.
As they should. You know what? Probably should be
That's
higher.
Nutty in the NFL.
Yeah.
Probably should be higher.
That's insane in the NFL
So,
to be that
for-
favored by that much.
A quick look at some of the other spreads next week. The Vikings are only 3-point favorites against the Rams. The Ravens are only 9.5-point favorites against the Browns.
Yeah, a double
We should say
digit
the
spread is
Deshaun
nuts.
Watson-less Browns.
Yeah, the
Thank God.
The
They
Chiefs
might
are
be better without him.
Dude, I think they will be.
the Chiefs are only 10-point favorites against the Raiders.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Have you guys seen the memes of Deshaun Watson getting wheeled off the field and the fans saying, "You deserve it"?
Yeah,
They booed him.
they
Yeah.
beat him.
Pretty sure there was I don't know if it was just edited over, but it was like fan cam from one of the corners of the stadium where he's being wheeled out and you just hear, "You deserve it."
Yeah. Like, obviously, you don't hope an injury on anybody unless you're Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, no, Deshaun Watson is the glaring exception to that rule, you
I-
dirty bastard.
I saw a TikTok.
I
It was
personally
like,
hope a bus hits the ambulance.
I saw a TikTok and it was like you guys are all celebrating the Deshaun Watson injury, but I'm more upset that it wasn't a worse injury.
I'm more upset that it wasn't career ending.
Yeah, basically.
No, you
Give him
can't
the
let
CTE, bro.
you can't let the Browns off that easily for that
Yeah.
contract.
The Browns still have 2 more years of him, too.
At the most abominable cap hit in the history
Yeah,
of
it
sports.
jumps up to
Like 70 something, isn't it?
70, almost 74. It's $73,925,000.
They're
Would you-
looking for a way to terminate
Would
it.
would you like a little
Well,
frame of
if he
reference
loses
there?
one of his cases, they can. That's in the terms of the contract. Is
Would-
if he
the
gets
Browns are
found
like,
guilty,
Come on.
they can terminate his contract.
The Browns are like,
Um,
here's everything he's done. Here's everything he's done.
you said-
Find something.
You said almost 74 mil
Yes.
for a frame of reference. That is, I believe, more than the entire roster of the Utah Hockey Club in
Uh,
one sexual predator.
But getting back to the Lions,
Thanks, Cleveland.
getting back to the Lions Titans game, as the over under is 45.5. So right now, basically, the score is projected to be 28.5 to 17. So
The score is projected to be belt to ass, but if you
Yeah.
want to make it look close, sure.
yeah,
I don't know. This might be the only one where they don't belt to ass them.
it
Cable
might
might
more,
feel bad.
What do you think about a full fourth quarter of Hendon Hooker again?
He might be going in halftime.
I mean,
Honestly,
Going into halftime, it's going to be 35-0.
second quarter.
considering the next 2 games, we go to Lambeau and to Houston.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if we went full like we did
I
against
don't think you should.
Dallas.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get a lead way too damn easy on them. And at that point, yeah, fucking throw the backups in, man.
Yeah,
They might
Show me Giovanni Manu, please.
But
I want to see Mbaki touchdown.
Oh, please. Wouldn't it make
Can
my
I
heart
bet-
happy?
can I bet Sion Vaki anytime touchdown?
You know what? I think I'm going to do that. I think just for fun, $2 Tony is putting down a Sion Vaki touchdown.
can we touch on our glorious Lion King having one of the most historic 4-week runs ever?
Dude,
Mhm.
unfathomably good.
The Lions have scored more touchdowns than he's thrown incompletions in the past 4 weeks.
Yep,
God damn.
Yeah, what's it?
18 touchdowns,
18,
tutties,
15 incompletions.
Yeah, that's unreal.
yeah.
That's
Dude.
Madden stats right
He's first
Yeah.
in yards per attempt, first in passer rating, first in touchdown to interception ratio, and first in another very valuable QB stat that I cannot remember off the
there.
top
He's
of my head,
also first in
since-
my heart.
There it is.
Since
That's
that
the most
Seattle
important
game.
one, Sam.
Yeah.
which is nutty.
I don't know if this is a hot take or not. I think Jared Goff should be in the early season MVP talk.
It is not.
He's got the fourth best odds right now.
He's my king.
Nope.
Notification. What is it?
We'll be back with you shortly.
Yep.
App Store. Fuck you. Oh, the Chargers and the Cardinals are starting.
Hooray!
Yeah, there you go.
7
That
seconds
doesn't
in.
tell you how late this recording is happening.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else to say about this game. Gonna be honest with you.
Yeah,
There's not much to
It's-
touch on other than Will Levis couldn't throw anything
Well,
if he
Will
tried.
Levis ain't playing. It's Mason Rudolph.
I didn't know they switched off.
Is
You
it,
know what? This might be a game. No, I'm kidding.
is it too late to trade for Myles Garrett?
Well,
Dude, that would be.
if my
With no Deshaun Watson, they might be more willing to like just sell the roster.
They already got rid of
I
Amari
did call my
Cooper.
shot.
They did. That was before
I know
the
this
injury.
this is going up Friday. However, I said Tuesday.
You did.
The Lions will make a trade for an edge rusher.
There was a text that
I
went
called my
out
shot. I said
Sunday
I don't know who,
evening.
but they gonna trade for someone.
Yep.
Max Crosby.
No, it's
I
not.
don't think Crosby's in their wheelhouse. They're gonna ask too much for him.
It's not happening.
I don't think Brad Holmes will give up a single first.
If we trade
He
for
shouldn't.
Just
either,
give him only 7th.
if we trade for either Max Crosby or Myles Garrett this week, I will build a $50 parlay.
I'll back you
Okay.
on that.
I won't.
Okay. Well,
20.
we aren't gonna fully go into. Oh wait,
I
hold
just
on.
said me.
Hold on. Time out. I got time out on myself here.
Whoa!
We got some scores to predict here.
Oh my gosh,
You
you're
know,
right.
this game was gonna be a bloodbath. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Oh,
where are we
also,
starting?
worthy to know, because this could be future content. If somebody correctly predicts the score, and we get like 2 technical score predictions, one here, one on the blog. If
We'll count
somebody
either or.
gets a correct score prediction, each member has to buy the other one 3 sport card packs each. So 9 total.
We'll rip some
for little
packs.
Ripskis.
How do you feel
Rippers.
about some other Mitt ripping packs, baby? Come on now.
We're gonna have some TCG card shop action up in here, bitch. All right, but going
Tony's
into
gonna randomly pull out Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
going
I was jazzed 'cause I
into
bought those for him.
score predictions, I'm gonna go. I'll just say 42-10. Lions.
What do I want to do here? Yeah, I'm gonna go
Got it.
I'm gonna go 35-9.
You
I don't-
son of a bitch.
I don't see a single touchdown for the
You
Titans.
son of a bitch.
35-9. Lions.
Son of
How's it
feel,
Scamuel?
Kitty cat goes roar.
Just say 35-10.
35-9. No, 38-9.
38.
What's
Sounds good. Sounds
Well,
good.
that's crazy because I was going to say 38-13 Lions.
Well, there we
I
go.
want the packs.
So we're not going to fully dive into and review them, but I do want to acknowledge we had 2 winners here in What's Cooking last week.
Back to back, baby.
$2 Tony's on the board.
So, with that being
Did he
said,
only win $10? Maybe.
with that being said, can Sam make it 3 straight?
Great
Can-
question.
Colby finally get on the board?
Needs to happen.
Find out next week on Total Drama Island.
Find out now, actually, with Colby.
So in the last recording, they made a joke and I made a reality.
Uh-oh.
2-pick parlay.
Let's go.
Plus 208 odds. Michigan State money line at plus 164.
He actually did
Detroit
it.
Lions money line at minus 600.
I love that you actually
I
did
put
it.
5 down to win 1540.
Nice.
I absolutely love that for you.
All right. Got money line, of course, all of these. I don't have individual odds because of the bet slip just only gives me the full parlay odds. Lions over Titans,
There you go.
Packers over the Jags,
Mhm.
Houston over the Colts, Ravens over the Browns, and Jets over the Patriots. That's all said and done, plus 286. I think I threw down 5. I don't know the number it's going to give
Since
me.
plus 286, it's probably like,
10 something.
no, probably like 17 or 18.
Yeah, 17.
Since mine was 206, 5 for 15. So you're probably going to $18 to win.
All right.
Let's go for three, baby.
$2 Tony's testing his luck again. Not outrageous. We had our safety bet last week. Back on the board.
Whoever plays Mizzou, money line.
There you go. Steelers over Giants.
Okay.
Chiefs over Raiders.
Okay.
Broncos over Panthers.
Okay.
Commies over the Bears.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels masterclass
Well,
incoming.
he might not play.
Oh.
I don't know. Mariota looked pretty good.
Bills over Seahawks.
Okay.
And Lions over Titans money line just seemed a little too not worth it. So we took the over of 45.5.
I would love for this to be the week that the Chiefs finally lose.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've bet on them, so it probably will be.
That's
the
the only
Chiefs
one
just
that
randomly
loses.
lose to
Yep.
one of
Yeah.
those teams, just randomly.
$2 down for $27.50.
Damn. Big money.
So, reaching into Colby's bag of tricks here. I went the state parlay.
Oh.
Central Michigan,
Okay.
Miami of
Going a little
Ohio.
deeper.
Miami of Ohio, who's going to win that game? I'm taking that money line.
Bang.
Eastern Michigan, Akron. Give me Eastern Michigan money line. Western Michigan, Kent
That's a choice.
State. Give me Western Michigan money line. Detroit Lions, Tennessee Titans. Give me Detroit Lions money line.
Are you going to do it? Is that the end? That's not the end, is it?
No.
What's the last leg?
Alternate spread. Michigan
Uh.
State minus 2.5.
He can't accept it'll be an L.
Bro, just flip the spread to some masher odds right there. We're going Michigan State minus 2.5. He thinks we're going to win by 3 or more.
But he doesn't
Well,
want to say it.
maybe the video won't be as heated as we all thought it would be.
No,
early
probably
on in the
not.
season.
I
After
mean,
last week's absolute debacle, I figured it wouldn't be.
yeah. It probably
You want some real beef? Segue, mitts off. Colby versus Zach. Go check it out when you're done with this one if you haven't seen it already. If you have, go watch it anyway.
It was a little goofy.
Give us the
We
view.
had some fun.
It was a
Alright.
good time.
I was just laughing. I thought it was funny. They got excited. It's good. Sometimes you get your little brother excited when you're playing basketball and stuff. You let him get the lead, and then you just come back and take it back.
Game. So they want to mock us all they want to mock us. I'm telling them it's not over. So they can print all that crap all they want all over their locker room. It's not over. It'll never be over here. It's just starting.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Things broke again.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the slight entertainment there for those of you that watch the entire podcast. But it's time to get into our buys and sells. You can see as we had technical difficulties, so did Sam, and Sam is no longer with us again
Rest in peace, a real one.
in our thoughts. My first sell
Okay.
is going to be Sharon Moore. I mean,
Well, we saw that coming.
let's be real here. It's look around at all these other first year coaches are doing around the country. Especially, I mean, you got one directly across from him this weekend, and it's just kind of pathetic. And then to tie that into Sharon Moore, selling on the Michigan quarterback room. We've had 3 starting quarterbacks. Clearly, there's something wrong with the freshmen.
I
or
can't
else-
wait for number 4.
Yeah, or else they would have came in and we would have seen at least something from them. I don't see at this point why you don't play them.
Unless it's sheer stubbornness.
It's got to be that at this point, or there's just truly there is nothing.
Unless they're
there.
really, really, really not ready.
Yeah, which they were for. Denegal was a 4-star. Davis was like a borderline 4 or 5 star. So like in theory,
They
should be good.
We'll see.
And then I will buy. I'm very theme oriented here. I'm gonna buy into the Michigan basketball team. They recently played Oakland in an exhibition game, so it's it's like a preseason game. You can only take so much from it. But they still beat them like 93-52, something like that. They still beat a team who made some noise in March Madness.
Shout out Jack Golke.
And then so for the audience, we got to this point yesterday. I had a different thing here. Did some soul searching. I'm going to change it. So for these gentlemen, they don't know what's about to come.
Breaking news.
I'm going to put all the money I have and buy into the Detroit Lions social media team. Shout out for the Detroit Lions social media team, making 4 Detroit diehards probably act like little kids on Christmas this weekend.
Cried.
It was
couldn't sleep.
literally the most exciting thing that has happened in a hot minute. So,
That was a beautiful call, Zachary.
yeah,
That's
I'll post. I'll have the comments. They commented on 2 of the Mittcast TikToks. So
First one could have been an anomaly. Second one, man, they just like us.
yeah, I'll swing it over to Tony.
So I am selling on the New York Jets. I feel like this one doesn't require too much preamble. When you go out and acquire what could be the top wide receiver on the trade market, an old buddy of Aaron Rodgers, and you still fucking suck, there's no
Yeah,
excuse.
Devontae just lost to the Steelers 2 weeks in a row.
I know. One to Justin Fields and the other to fucking Russell
I
Wilson.
know.
You lost to Mr. Unlimited in 2024.
Well, Mr. Unlimited was Mr. Unlimited that game.
Yeah, he
Miss-
was.
Mr. Unlimited. Anyway, that'll be the only non-hockey one on my list because somebody's got to show to love. Selling on the Nashville Predators. You can't go get Stamkos, Brady Shea, and Jonathan Marchessault in free agency, completely restructure your system, and still suck donkey cheeks. They are worse this year than they were last year.
You guys suck.
It's only 4 games in.
Yeah.
Hot poop.
You guys suck so much that you allowed a Jared Goff chant to happen in your own stadium.
In Nashville.
That's crazy.
A hockey game in Nashville had a Jared Goff chant.
Wild.
Ridiculous. This one's not surprising to anyone. Selling Eric Gustafson, please send this man into orbit. I don't want to see him in a Red Wings jersey anymore. I don't care if he has a better game ever. No, I don't want him. You are a forward playing defense and you can't play defense. You're shit. And I'm buying into Derek Lalonde because people talk a whole lot of shit about the Red Wings' start so far this year, how they've looked flat, how it's the coach's fault, the system isn't working. This guy won 2 Stanley Cups as an assistant in Tampa. He ran a singular thing, and it was the power play, and it was the most lethal thing the league had seen until Edmonton's last year. But you get what I'm saying. Give the brother a fucking minute. It's been 4 games. Let him breathe. I'm still buying on him. I love Gru. Bro, cook. Have you seen pictures of Derek Lalonde? You put a scarf on that guy, it's Gru from Despicable Me. It is actually outrageous.
Why'd you put that image in my head?
Dude, it's people call him Gru.
Why'd you do that?
They also call him Newsy because of an old Red Wing a long, long, long time ago, but that's a different story. He is Gru.
Colbert.
First, sell all your money on Patrick Mahomes. I can't believe this man.
Oh my sweet Christ.
1,300 yards, 6 touchdowns, 8 picks. How the fuck is he the MVP frontrunner? You know what? Sell all the fucking sports books too while we're at it.
Yeah, if that guy's your MVP frontrunner, then I'm putting all my stock in Trace McSorley.
This is like the wrong week to sell on them with the amount of it's like 16 NFL games, like 40 something NBA and NHL games, the 3 World Series games, all the college, like they are gonna make bank this week. They are gonna make bank.
Don't care. If they still have Patrick Mahomes as the front runner, don't give a singular shit. You're liars.
We're going to go ahead and buy into Joe Mixon. Brody has had 100 rushing yards in every game besides the one he got injured in, and then the 3 he missed because of injury. Dude's not washed. He's not old. He's a baller.
That's hot.
Last buy. Pretty much putting all the chips in. the number 11, 7-0 BYU Cougars, led by the BYU.
Ooh.
Somebody get me a T-shirt. Most of the time I say put it on a T-shirt, it's already on one. Get me one.
We unfortunately had a very different reaction to me saying BYU.
Yeah,
It
same.
was way
but
more vivid the
this
first
is-
time around before the audio went to shit.
It
Because
was.
I lost it. That is the funniest shit I've heard in months.
Shout out Jake Ritzlaff for being the starting quarterback for a Mormon school as a Jew. He's selling the T-shirts. I can say it. He wants people to call him it. The BYU.
If it's a brand, I'm gonna buy into it. I want
Fuck
that.
with it, dude. It sounds that shit is cold.
Dude, that's some shit you see in an Instagram edit to the bad instrumental from Michael Jackson.
All right, so spotlight games or buy and sell. What you got?
Acorns.
All right,
It just
so
sounds like Animal Crossing.
I'm selling on snow. I don't like the snow.
let's
And fucking chipmunks. Fuck those bitches. I'm selling on them.
let's I think it's time to spotlight some game, gent.
Hot light, flashlight.
So we're
spotlight.
gonna skip you on the end here, bud, and we're gonna go straight to Colby.
Sorry, Bubba, you're irrelevant.
He wants to spotlight the Acorn Bowl.
Oh, the Acorn Bowl. Sorry. That's not till December though, so he's got some time.
All right, leading off with the NFL spotlight, Bears commies. Let's see if the Bears are for real, regardless if the commies have.
Jaden Daniels.
Thank you. I just blanked on his name.
I didn't
so
want to
hard.
cut you off, but I saw the struggle in your eyes. I'm so
That
sorry.
was the Windows refresh going
Yeah.
on
That
right
was the-
there.
you just hear the fax machine. Dong, dong, dong,
Regardless
dong.
if it's Jaden or it's Marcus starting, the offense is too good. The Bears seem to have a good defense. Granted, like I said last night, it's all against 1 and 2 teams. So something's got to give here. I think it'll
Are
be fun
they
game to
actually
watch.
that good defensively, or do you just play shit
I
franchises
I
to start
think
the
the
year?
Bears are pretty good on defense. It's more so I want to see what their offense really is.
So either we get to see the Bears get clapped or we get to see a good game.
See, I can't buy into them offensively, even though somebody in the last 24 hours tried to make a trade with me in fantasy, including DJ Moore. Why the fuck would I want
Yeah, why
that?
would you do
Bro
that, bro?
wanted-
Come on.
Bro wanted AJ Brown. I'm like, no, stop.
You weren't the only person that said that trade to.
I figured, but
devious
you tried to
things, devious
swindle me, and
trades.
I'm not that dumb.
Hopping over to the collegiate side of the ball. Give me a little Cinderella run. Vandy versus Texas.
See, this game would have been even more fitting if Texas had beaten Georgia and they went into Vandy and
Oh
lost.
my goodness!
It would just
Wouldn't it
be
have been a
full circle.
narrative?
If Vandy wins this game, shoot him up to the top 15.
Honestly, I'm in.
They probably
Do it.
will.
Do it.
I mean, there's always the SEC bias, so they probably will. I mean,
I'll take SEC bias for Vanderbilt.
I'll take it for Vandy.
For Vandy, I can buy in. All right. I only got one, as per usual. NFL. Eagles, Bengals. The Eagles, so far this year, look like they're on fucking fraud alert.
Yeah, they.
I feel bad for Saquon and kind of AJ Brown, but like this offense has the potential to be fun and exciting, and they just kind of look flat all year.
Yeah, they kind of look like they've just picked up exactly where they left off last year when they had that hot 10-1 start and then went
Lost
like
literally
3
every
to 6,
game after
like
that.
went like 3 and 6 the rest of the way or
Hot
something like that.
Bobo.
Or
Against.
not even 3 and 6.
No, it
Like-
was worse than that.
But yeah, they
Um,
just look like they've picked right back up.
And they go against the Bengals, who have been struggling. They've played better teams, don't get me wrong. Joe Burrow still looks great. They just can't fucking break into the win column recently. I know they have a couple, but this team should be doing better than that.
It's not Joe Burrow's fault. That man's stat line is
Dude, he's so fucking good.
He's immaculate.
Joe Burrow better be careful. He's about to get the stat Pafford allegations thrown his way.
No, I think it's going to be a really good game. I want to see the Bengals walk out on top, but it's going to be one I'm paying attention to.
For me, on the NFL side, I went a divisional matchup. I went Colts, Texans. It should be interesting. This is pretty much the battle for the AFC South. It's going to be between these two teams.
They've already played each other this year, yeah? It was like week 1 or
No.
2?
I don't think. No,
not
I don't think
yet.
they did.
Colts Texans? I feel like we've seen that already.
I will fact check.
But yeah, I mean the Jags are in purgatory, and so are
Jags are forever in purgatory.
so are the Titans.
Trevor.
Those two teams combined have less wins than either the Colts or the Texans. So
Both of those teams have less wins combined than the NFC
Oh
North
yeah,
has
they played week
losses.
1.
oh, they did.
Yeah, Texans won 29-27.
There you go.
Well, I knew a thing.
Yeah.
Those teams put together have less wins than the NFC North has losses. Or no, they have, I think, like one less. Like
Are you
that's-
talking about just the Jags and Titans?
Yes.
Because the Jags and Titans have 3 wins. So
yeah,
it'd be like
collectively, and it's what?
it's
5-1, 5-1. No, I guess that it gets
It's
dragged
6.
down a bit by the Bears.
it's 6 losses in the NFC North. The Bears and Packers both have 2. Us and the Vikings both have 1.
Yeah, good job. You guys are good at math.
Yeah.
I don't know
Uh,
what point I was trying to make there because it kind of fell through halfway through when I realized I'm terrible at math. But yeah, they suck ass.
Yeah. But then my other spotlight game is the best rivalry game in the state that we'll have this weekend. That is number 2 Grand Valley taking on number 4 Ferris State. These two teams, I attended Ferris State for a year, so I was in the middle of it. And these two teams, the last 4 or 5 years, have
They
had
don't fucking
some-
like each other.
No, they don't. Like it is straight beef, and I mean because for D2 it has the national implications of like a Michigan Ohio State that has the last 3 years of whoever like you're getting the playoffs are bigger in D2, so they're both going to make the playoffs, but it's more like who's going to get that leg up, who's going to have the home field
Right.
when it matters come December.
It's not some D1 Wagyu beef, but it's some decent D2 chuck roast beef.
Oh, these are
Well, this is some decent beef.
between the two of them since 2000, I think there's 5 championships. Ferris has
Wow.
2, and Grand Valley I think has 3. I know Ferris has been to the championship like 3-4 times, and Grand Valley's been there a handful of times as well. So like these two teams, like they go at it, and it's always really really good.
Hard.
So like yeah, this is you're not gonna find it on ESPN. You're not gonna find it at Fox. You might
Where the fuck
Fox
I watch
Sports
this
1.
game at?
You might have to go to the school websites and just they stream it there. So,
Really? That is hilarious.
You know, yeah, that's
How much goddamn college football there is? You're telling me you can't watch this game somewhere other than their website?
it depends.
That's
'Cause
brutal.
I remember
We
when
do.
I remember the year that I was there.
Man, I want to watch some terrible Adrian football. Put that shit on ESPN 8
But yeah, I remember when I was there. They did Fox Sports 1 came and made it the game of the week.
There you
and,
go.
And Devin Gardner was commentating, and it was a bigger deal then. But I don't think it's been on, at least, national television since.
It should be. That game's going to be brutal.
It is gonna be brutal. It's gonna be nice. I'll be watching it, either
You better.
keeping the update going or trying to actually watch it. But with that, we go into the headlining rivalry matchup this weekend. Michigan State doesn't have the hype that it did 3 years ago when both teams were undefeated. I believe they were 7-0. So instead of 7-0, 7-0, it's 4-3, 4-3. So kind of got some different storylines going into this game with where Michigan has been and what they've done this season and what Sparty has done. But before we get into that, because we lost the footage of the review episode, we're gonna quickly dive into the games that they played this past weekend.
Let's do U of M quickly.
They were-
Hot shit. Get off the
It was
field.
abysmal. It's embarrassing to see you come out like that after you're coming off of a bye week. It doesn't give me much faith for the rest of the season.
You lost to Northern Illinois that badly? Wait.
Just
wrong.
Illinois.
You're thinking
Pause.
Notre Dame.
Hey, it's been a long day, all right? It
Wait.
was a team in Illinois, and I'm tired.
But yeah, it was just a disappointing, very frustrating, not a lot of hope for the rest of the season type of performance from Michigan and
No, just everything
and,
looked
and
flat.
everything looked awful. Yeah,
200 passing yards. You only had single-digit points. Go to bed.
and you turn over the ball 3 times. So, but
It was depressing.
Michigan State took on Iowa,
32-20 win.
That's what the boys needed.
Defense looked really good. Granted, it's Iowa's offense. However, they do have the second best running back in the nation. Statistically, I would say he's probably in the top 5.
He's top 5 at least.
He ended with 98 yards and a touchdown. Most of the yards came off a 75-yard touchdown run towards the end of the game when they were mounting their comeback. So other than that, it was a 13 carries for 23 yards. Shut down that Iowa offensive line. K. McNamara to K. McNamara things. Dude's not good at football.
What else would you expect?
Offensively, Michigan State looked fantastic. Offensive line looked well put together. They were complementing each other so nicely. We were getting blocks up to the second level, which in turn made the rushing game look a lot better. I don't remember the stats off the top of my head, and I'm not going to look at them. I do know K-Ron Lynch-Adams had 98 yards. Nick Hart 49 yards and a touchdown. That's what it was. That was the split. They're kind of rotating, kind of like Gibby and Monty, which is all I've been fucking asking for because, goddamn, just keep them both fresh, and you've got good running backs.
If you've got good running backs, use them.
Childs looked phenomenal.
Oh, dude.
He threw a pick, but, I mean, it was a really good play by the defender, too. Maybe it's a tad bit low on the throw. Maybe you want to throw that higher. But,
Again, he's young, and only one pick against Iowa's really solid defense. Come on, you can't ask for much better than that.
And a lot of the sloppy throws that we've seen from Childs earlier on in the season come from poor footwork. His footwork looked phenomenal this game. He looked a lot better, a lot more poised. Had 51 rushing yards, had a disgusting 29-yard scramble.
Yeah, he didn't want to stay in the pocket, but when he was there, he looked sound.
Receivers came out big. Nick Marsh, of course, 8 catches, 113 yards, no tutties. Then Montorie Foster finally showed up with 9 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown, I believe. And defensively, yeah, we looked phenomenal. I mean, it looked really good, but it's Iowa's offense. I'm more excited about what the offense did to that defense because Iowa, historically, is always
Pretty good
that
defense.
team.
D first, ask questions later.
Yeah, and that's kind of it's from the 2 paths that we laid out in the preview episode last week, where if you're Michigan State, you're looking at it and going, all right, if we get a win, you're feeling pretty good about the rest of the season and making a bowl game and your outlook for the rest of the year. But if you go in and look flat and you lose and you look how, Michigan did against Illinois, then you're going, well, what can we salvage from the rest of the season? And turns out you get the win, and now you're looking ahead. You got Purdue, that's going to be a win. And then it comes down to you got basically 50-50 chance of
we beating Rutgers.
Of Rutgers and
beating
Michigan.
We beating Rutgers.
Yeah,
I am confident
if
that
you
we are
would've-
beating Rutgers.
I still
Didn't
have.
they start the season hot too?
They started 4-0. They've dropped 3 straight. Yes.
Oh, good.
One of them to UCLA. So I've had my hope in Rutgers. I still think there's something there. I might need another week before I'm off Rutgers. So in my opinion, you guys are basically 50-50. Flip a coin, choose the game. If you guys lose this one, you'll probably beat Rutgers. If you win this one, you'll probably end up beating Rutgers still. But
If you ask me, there's chaos brewing, and Michigan State's going to go 9-3.
I would love to see an 8-4.
I
could get behind an 8-4. Wasn't
truly-
that my guess at the beginning of the year?
It was.
Mm.
Truly reasonably though, the best you guys, I could see 8-4. I could. I don't think you're going to beat Indiana. I think they are.
No, them Hoosiers look different.
We're going to get him, and we're going to get ranked.
I think.
Believe it.
Yeah, yes, Michigan just lost to Illinois. I don't think Illinois is all that great, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think it's more so Michigan is just not all that great.
Hot bopo.
So, with that being said, I try to get up for this game. I try to look forward to this game, and I try to be excited. But before that, we have to let the audience know. This is now going to be the 4th year. Me and Colby have had a bet. The loser has to wear a hat, jersey, shirt, whatever the winner provides to the loser, and a picture is taken. But I want to up that bet. Here on Mittcast, the loser has to wear the other team's gear for the review episode.
Ooh. So this also includes Sam and I.
It can include Sam and you.
I
yes.
think it
Hey,
should.
We're
you guys
open
want
to-
to.
Because
Well-
Sam aligns with MSU, I align with U of
Yeah.
M. I think we should be in on it.
We're open Sam in. That's that little guy right there is green, and he's in
Listen
Sam's
here,
spot,
funny
so-
man.
Agree?
Yeah, I agree. Because I got a good feeling about this game.
Oh, the cocky energy.
So
Some of it's a little.
Y'all poke fun at Don for not having breakout this year. Just wait for this game.
I'm gonna
Just
poke
wait.
at
Let's-
Don's the fact that he's not starting.
Just wait.
let's
Just wait. He's gonna get it. He's
talk
gonna
about the
take
game.
advantage of you.
You're the confident one. I'll let you lead it off.
Yeah, you guys look like dog ass.
Yeah.
That's why I'm confident. I mean, I'm not saying Michigan State's a fucking perfect team, but I think we're a little more perfect than Michigan is right now.
I wouldn't even say perfect. I think you guys just are playing with what looks to be more hope.
Well,
You guys-
that's
I
what
don't
I'm saying.
even-
I'm saying
yeah.
I think we're a little more perfect than you
Yeah.
are.
I
you
don't
know?
even know if it's that. I would just
Like, it's
say that
not-
MSU looks competent. They look like
It's-
they're
it's
playing
not a
football.
huge degree of separation, but I think when it truly comes down to it, I think our offense can beat your defense, and I don't think your offense can beat our defense. Plain and simple.
I am in somewhat similar. I don't know if your offense can beat our defense, but knowing what Michigan's offense is, we'll put you
Yeah.
guys in the position to score regardless. That's
that's
more so what I
what
think
I'm
it
getting
is.
at. Like I don't.
I think that with a game like this, there's a lot more heart on the line for both teams. They feel this game a little bit more than everything else on the schedule.
Well,
I mean, until you get to a playoff scenario, but that's a
Say-
different ball game. You
say-
look at regular
say that
season.
say that to the 2023 Michigan State football team.
Hey, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about
Because
that.
holy fucking shit, guys.
Well, yeah, and
I think going into this, I think we see better performance out of U of M's defense. I mean, again, this is a lot of the guys that stuck around from the Natty. There's a lot of guys who have been there and played big time games. You put your heart in it, I think they show up more this game. The offense is still hot poop. It's still bad.
the one thing I am worried about is the fact that Will Johnson did not play against Illinois, and he's still questionable to return for this game. So,
I want the Marsh Free Johnson battle. What the
so that does have me a little worried because it has felt like without Will Johnson, the defense, or the secondary at least, has been kind of suspect. It seems to be that like Will Johnson is kind of the glue trying to hold everything together back there. And it was pretty apparent last week when Illinois was kind of doing whatever they wanted. And they only had 80 passing yards, but they still drew the penalties out of the passing game and the DBs holding and not turning their head. And there was one that was pretty ticky-tacky that I can recall, but still, if he comes back, I can feel a little bit better.
Hang him up, Bubba. Get ready for the draft.
That's, I mean, if he
That's
comes
tough.
back and we lose this game, and it might be a hang it up, and he just gets ready for the draft because you look at the
That might
last
be the only choice. Yeah.
you look at the last 4 games on the Michigan schedule. It's Oregon, Indiana, Northwestern, Ohio State. So
Yeah, keep the bad tape off of film and stay healthy. Get ready to go pro, baby. Will Johnson, you are a top 5 pick.
I always forget how hard the back of U of M schedule is.
yeah.
Oh
Well, at the beginning of the season, you were looking at Indiana, and you weren't worried about that.
You were
game.
like,
you knew Oregon and Ohio State were going to be hard, and you knew
Yeah.
this was going to be a tricky game for Michigan, and but now you're looking at it, and you don't win this game, you're not going to probably make a bowl game. But the one thing that I am confident about on Michigan's side and why Michigan can pull this game out is Aiden Childs hasn't seen a defensive front like he has or will have seen in this game. I don't think there's as good of a defensive line that he has seen. There's no disrespect to Ohio State or Oregon. I just think Mason Graham.
I don't know. I think Prairie View A&M had a pretty good D-line.
But I think, Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant, Josiah Stewart, Ernest Hausman, kind of whatever combination you want to throw at him, will be able to put a lot of pressure on him. And if they are able to get a lot of pressure on him, we have seen that at times, and he's still a young quarterback, he might make some of those, pressure decisions and throw it into a spot where he shouldn't. And so what Michigan needs to do to win this game is force and put a lot of pressure on Aiden Childs and force him to make the mistakes and give your offense a chance and, only have them, need to go 10, 15 yards, if even, to get in field goal range, or 10, 15 yards to score a touchdown. Like,
it's to the point you need points. Take the points where you get them. Don't try to be fancy. Don't try to be ticky-tacky. I think a lot of this game is going to rely heavily on how good Loveland looks and how open he ends up being, because I feel like Tuttle's going to start this game as
Sherrone Moore's designed not to tell anyone.
Yeah,
that.
well, that is
surprise! It's Alex Orgy again.
They
yeah,
might.
They
might.
It wouldn't surprise me
Might
at
be your
this
best
point.
shot.
It wouldn't surprise
it
me if they
wouldn't
pulled
be
a kid out of high school for this game.
It wouldn't be fully surprised if they took Orgy and Khalil Mullins and 9 offensive linemen out on the field and he just run the fucking ball. You know
about running it down a motherfucker's
you stack that box and you just run, and you might get a pop pass out of it. You play Army style football where it's run, and then get a sneaky play action in there when you can, and where it's
Obviously, the run game is going to be the go-to.
yeah.
I still think they want Loveland to be a big equation in this game. I think they want him to be... Because MSU knows that the run game's coming.
Yeah.
But also, so has everybody else, and has that stopped them from limiting the run game? No. Trying to predict what U of M is going to do is so fucking difficult because they do the same goddamn thing every fucking week, and it's exhausting.
When you can force 2 fumbles like Illinois did, I don't think it matters if you know if the run's coming.
It's fucking exhausting.
So I want to go back to your putting pressure on Aiden Childs. So I didn't realize this, but before the Iowa game, Childs had not been sacked, and it was either 3 or 4 weeks, which means Ohio State and Oregon did not get to him, and he was sacked once by Iowa on a play where he was throwing the ball away, and it was still just barely in his hand as his knee touched. So I do agree you got to do that, but I think he's too shifty back there to allow it to happen.
Oh, brother's got footwork for
and
sure. He's got great pocket presence.
He looked incredibly smart, incredibly poised against Iowa. Which granted, it's not the same D line. Michigan has the best D line in the nation for sure.
They haven't showed it the last few weeks.
Well, that's more so because of the positions that they're getting put in from the offense.
Yeah. So I do agree with that. However, I think you're gonna have trouble trying to contain Aiden, and if you do get to him, he's not gonna let you take him down easy.
You're going to have trouble with Aiden. Would you say they'd have
Trouble with
the snap?
Michigan State won't, but
but yeah, in an ideal world, if you're Michigan, most of the game, what you can do is you rush for and you can somehow manage a fifth as a spy. That ideally was in a perfect world. If you're Michigan, that you can get away with doing that the entire game, but you're not going to be able to.
No,
it's not going to work out that way. You're going to need it. You're just going to have to pick and choose and kind of select when you want to do that. So I just don't know if Wink's going to do that because he seems to run a very man-heavy defense, and I don't know if he's willing to sacrifice one of those basically cover safeties to have one of them play man and have a linebacker sit there and play QB spy. And another thing, Tony said the defensive line hasn't looked like the best. Part of that also is because when you look at what Will Rogers and Allmeyer were doing is they were getting the ball out quick. Mm-hmm. That ball was not sticking in their hands very long.
You're not giving the DLI a chance to make big plays like that.
So that's another thing.
The snap happens, and a second later, the ball is out of the QB's hands to a receiver.
He's got a two-step drop back, and then it's like a fire. At least for Altmaier, that's what it felt like. Mm-hmm. It might be a risky move to do it in a rivalry game. I want to see Donegal. I want to see what one of the young guys has, because at this
Ooh,
point,
young QB versus young QB.
you're going nowhere with
Wait a minute.
Tuttle's. You're going nowhere with
At least our
Tuttle.
young QB's ready for the game.
But yeah, you're going nowhere with Tuttle.
Sharon did say that he didn't think that Denegal was ready.
Yeah.
Sharon has also said a lot of things and done a lot of things as head coach that make me question why he's here.
But at some point, you have to look at the situation you have on hand and realize it's a lost cause and just try to get the young guy out there.
You gotta get, if it's a season that you're throwing away, which it seems like it's going to be, give the young guys a chance.
Yeah.
If Denegal goes in, you at least know that, hey, we probably going to lose this game, but shit, we could see something exciting. You get the fans back into it a bit, because right now I feel like the entirety of the U of M fan base is just disheartened.
It does.
It's
feel
like
very disheartening.
it's like a wet fart at a funeral. Like, it's
mean,
just sad.
You go to any of the comment sections, like I've gone into all of them with the people I follow. I know one of Colby's favorites is Swanky Wolverine, but
I hate them all,
but
especially Will Johnson Enjoyer.
but yeah,
Will Johnson Enjoyer.
but yeah, like all the comment sections are
He's
just
an ex-MSU fan. I fucking hate that dude.
Wow.
But yeah, these
Switching sides.
a lot of these guys are just like they're trying to like get hype up, and there's just not a lot of life in the comment section, and it is a very disheartened fan base right now. Just because we didn't. I mean, there was a handful of select few that were saying we're gonna go back to back, which was never gonna happen.
Yeah, with your starting quarterback and your starting running back, all these guys just leaving for the NFL. You're definitely going back to back for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Alex Orgy's the second coming of Christ. Yeah. No, it'll be fine.
So, yeah, you got to do something to bring, because you have 2 more home games after this, Oregon and Northwestern. If you can win here, you can maybe get something and bring the crowd back into it for Oregon next week, because right now that's going to be a bloodbath, and it's going to be on national television, so it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough.
Now that I get to talk, yappers,
Brother, we let you start.
for like 2 minutes.
Wah, motherfucking wah.
So I'm gonna talk. Okay.
Man, should
I
I
think-
be sat on the outside?
I think
What?
y'all are gonna get cooked by the read option. They seem to finally fully bust out against Iowa, and I think that's kind of an anticipation for we're gonna make that defensive line choose on you're going for Aiden, or you're going for Nate, or you're going for Kayron. Good luck.
Yeah, that seems like a really
think
solid
that's-
plan.
And I think running to the outside just to avoid Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant is going to be a big portion of the
Yeah.
run game too. I think.
And
I mean,
that-
it's on tape on how you beat Michigan.
Yeah, and that's
I-
what Texas did.
And with the offensive line finally looking like they're in a groove, I'd be a little concerned. Aiden might not have to do much in the air to be really flashy. It might just be a ground game on both sides. To
Might
be
be.
completely honest with you, I mean, regardless of Will Johnson in there or not, I think seeing what MSU did against Iowa, it looks like they're kind of preparing to kind of open up this run game to include that read option and include a lot more misdirections and sweeps and all this.
Yeah. It's
I mean, Cleveland Williams and Donovan do scare me defensively. If we can just get it to a point where we dare you to throw like we did with Iowa, I don't know. I think this is cooked. I think this is a field goal fest.
well, we also thought Iowa was going to be that, and right at the end, it kind of picked up.
Well,
It's
England
it's a little bit different in
Yeah,
a rivalry
momentum.
matchup.
Yeah.
so yeah, and that's the thing. It's rivalry matches. A lot of things can happen in a rivalry matchup. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty positive, and I don't want to say it, but I think you guys are cooked. Like I don't want to say
I
it,
mean-
but I
I
want to
mean,
say it.
They don't get to see it because it's gone. But you saw my rant. You saw.
Yeah,
I mean,
The solid 15
Well,
minutes
it's like-
of pain.
I really expected this episode to be like full hate between me and Zach, but
No, I thought it was
I
going to
kind of
be a
just
little
feel
toned
bad,
down.
and I just don't want to like. hurt his feelings anymore.
Keep in
it's-
mind where you were before the Iowa game. Keep in mind the mindset you were in before.
Oh, but yeah, that's the thing is I knew this was going to be a bad season from the start,
That's a fair point.
and now it's not looking like a bad season no more.
Pretty solid point.
I think. I mean, you just go back 2 weeks ago. You can even go right after the Washington and Oregon game. I still had a lot of hope because USC was still. I could still look at that and feel like that was a good win. Could also feel good because Jack Tuttle kind of looked decent against Washington, and then we were going to be on a bye, and then we just went out and looked flat against Illinois. So that Illinois game, I think, took a
lost to a team who's in Champaign.
Yeah,
That is not a city.
yeah, that Illinois game probably took a lot more out of me than we thought it could have 2 weeks ago or even last week. But
Energy-wise or motivation-wise?
just hope. I mean,
Everything.
just hopes and
All of it.
Just
and
hope.
just everything that I wanted.
Nothing,
And,
just my hopes, dreams, aspirations, everything I ever want to be in life. It's gone.
you know,
You know what Iowa did to me? Ask Dan Campbell would say pure octane, controlled fury.
but some fun facts
Uh-oh.
for you at home.
Bro pulled out the fun
Michigan has not won 3 straight in this rivalry since 2007 6-5. It was like a what, I mean,
2006. What?
2007, 2006, 2005.
2005.
Okay.
And then
I
also
was like, huh?
it was technically
Bro
a
said, huh?
it was technically a 6-game win streak, but at least a 3+ game win streak. Michigan State has not won in Ann Arbor with fans since 2017.
Proud to bring up the COVID season.
Well, no, I mean it is different.
It is different, and it did happen.
You guys did beat us in Ann Arbor in 2020, but it is different. I mean that James Franklin has only beaten Michigan in Ann Arbor the COVID season, so he has never gone into Michigan with fans and won a game there. And funny enough, the last time Michigan State won the game in Ann Arbor with fans, it was a 14-10 game, which I have a feeling we're about to get something very, very similar happen this week.
We're making a sequel.
They also played that game in the monsoon, though. So.
demand.
I'm genuinely interested to see how Jonathan Smith approaches this game, because with like the D'Antonio era of, with Mike Hart saying, terming little brother,
Yeah.
that changed everything for this rivalry, and it became a lot more even keeled than just one sided. And that D'Antonio kind of bled into Harbaugh, and then Harbaugh kind of bled into Tucker.
And this is
But now it's
fresh.
maybe there's a little bit of bleeding in that to Sharon Moore, but Jonathan Smith was Oregon State's QB when he was in college, and then he was Oregon State's head coach.
Yeah.
So he has there's nothing in this besides him now being the Michigan State head coach. So I'm interested to see how he approaches this, whether it
Do you think the energy just carries over for the sake of the energy's been there in recent memory?
I hope the D'Antonio energy bleeds through, because he has come back and he has been working with Smith and talking with Smith, because he lives in East Lansing still. He has a house out there. He lives there. He loves it there. So I'm kind of hoping we still get that D'Antonio energy of, God, what's the quote? It's like, it's never over. No, it's never over because it's not start some shit. What
Are you talking about the D'Antonio's quote?
Yeah.
The pride comes before the fall?
No, there's
one?
another one, but yeah, like stuff along those lines. Like if we can get that kind of D'Antonio energy into this Jonathan Smith team,
I think
I'd fuck with it.
Jonathan Smith will get a lot of help from the guys that were on the roster last year that experienced the 49-0. I think he's going to get a lot of help from the guys that were there.
Just the players of past.
Experienced that in East Lansing. Experienced basically their own stadium getting taken over by their rival fans. Not scoring a point. I think there's enough there that he'll be able to draw it out of them.
Yeah, and
And like you said, there
like-
might be a little Sharon Moore transfer there,
Yeah.
but I don't think
and
it'll
for
be much.
the in-state guys that go to Michigan State, there's always I'm not saying all of them, but for a handful of them, there's always I didn't get recruited by Michigan, so fuck those guys.
well, and there's also and I hope this bleeds over into Jonathan Smith. So Kirk Cousins talked about it. D'Antonio always told the team, with this game, there's fans from either side in every town. It's not just split down the state, clearly here.
Yep.
And he said, when you win this game, you're able to walk the streets of your hometown. When you lose, you walk in the alleys. And Kirk Cousins was talking about it. He had gone 4-0 against Michigan during his time there. And he said, yeah, I feel proud knowing that whenever I go back to Holland, I am walking the streets. So I'm hoping something kind of like that comes into effect here in the rivalry game.
That quote
Because
goes crazy, by the way. That goes so hard.
Because obviously with Kirk Cousins, it still resonates with Kirk Cousins to this day as an Atlanta
Bro's
Falcon.
an NFL veteran, and it still lives with him.
I think D'Antonio brought a lot of energy that Michigan State needed for this rivalry, and I just hope it bleeds through. Not like like Smith comes out. I hate Michigan.
Yeah,
I fucking hate him.
We need.
I don't like him. I want to beat him, and I want to beat him bad.
Yeah,
I don't like him. You don't have to go out there and.
Yeah, we need to. I mean, there's been
I'm
a
sorry,
lot
they
of
don't have to go out there and what?
There's been a lot of questionable things both sides of this rivalry that have happened.
It's a rivalry.
I mean,
it's
it's
every
hard.
rivalry.
No, but it is getting to the point, especially not last year, but the year before that, and going back, it has become more hate than just a rivalry. It is. We gotta bring it back, and I'm hoping that.
I blame the fans for that one.
I blame everything that has happened. The Mike Hart, the D'Antonio,
Yeah,
all the players' actions on the field from either during the game or you go back to Devin Bush and that whole incident. You go to the tunnel and that incident.
I blame the tunnel solely on Tucker.
No, I'm just like it's. We just got to bring it back, and so I'm hoping they can keep it fun, competitive, but not hate filled. I mean, hate in a good way, hate to fuel you to get to the game. Yeah, let's kick these motherfuckers' ass, but not I want to kick their. I want to actually kick their ass.
Legitimate crimes.
Yeah, because it's at the point where, as of late,
If it
I
gets
hate
any more,
Michigan more than I hate Ohio State, and that's a bad thing.
That is a hell of a statement.
That fan base is fucking horrendous. He's fine. He's fine. But these
He's
fucks
fine.
on Twitter, Jesus Christ, I know it's the same on this side, but God damn,
You know
Will
they're just there to
Johnson
get in your
Jordan,
head.
go fuck yourself. He's like 17. He's still in high school. I do know this. And he's fucking, oh my God, he simps for that fucking Go Lexi Blue bitch. Oh, I hate her too. She made a fake account to send fake death threats to herself, acting like a Michigan State fan. See what it dude.
Oh my.
There are fine Michigan fans like him. There's lots of them.
I feel like you two are the more level-headed
But
of your
this one
fans.
spearheading this fan base, I fucking hate him.
I mean, and that's always the case with all fan bases are like it. You can find them anywhere. You can You can, as weird as it sounds, you could find Central and Eastern fans that are fucking psycho.
Man, I've never met one single bad Arizona Coyote fan. There aren't any.
They don't exist. Have no fans.
They don't exist anymore.
No, even when they did exist, they had no fans.
Dude, it's kind of like the Rams in LA. No way.
I don't really have anything else to say about this game.
Good luck, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, either this is going to be a very boring game, a very one-sided game, or a very exciting game.
Why not all of the above?
That's how every game could go.
Jam-packed
Boring,
energy.
exciting, or one-sided. We shall see.
It'll be boring at first.
I'll give you
then
every result that
exciting
could
right
happen.
after halftime,
I want
and then one-sided in the fourth quarter.
I want a stupidly boring Big Ten exciting game of football where it's 14-10.
I want Aiden Childs to throw for 10 touchdowns.
All right.
Should we get into score predictions?
Yeah, do we get into score predictions? Let this young man over there go first.
2-1.
Yeah, I think he said 2-1. Colbert.
Give me 17, 2 touchdowns and a field goal, to 15, 5 field goals. Michigan State winning it. That would be a great game.
How does that go down though? Is it Childs leads a game-winning drive and they're down 15-10, or is it Michigan goes down and misses a field goal?
No, so Cameron's gonna take off first play of the game for 75 yards, and that's gonna be 7-0, and then Michigan's gonna come down and kick a field goal, and then Childs is gonna throw a pick, and then Tuttle's gonna throw a pick, and then Childs is gonna throw a pick, and then Tuttle's gonna throw a pick, and there's gonna be a lot of running, and then we're gonna get to halftime. It's gonna be 7-3, and then Michigan's gonna get the ball because Michigan State started with the ball, so Michigan gets the ball, and they go down, they kick a field goal, and then punt for us, and then you guys kick another field goal, and then punt for us, and then you guys kick another field goal. And we're like, oh shit!
So it's 12-7, by the way, for you guys.
And then we fake.
You just have
punt,
to have the constant score update
and
on
then
the
we
screen
fake
as he
punt,
goes.
Fake punt, okay.
And you guys scoop it up, go down at the 1.
Okay.
Childs makes a tackle. We all of Michigan State fans just, ugh.
So then at the 1, is it another field goal here, or is it a turnover?
It is a field goal. You guys get held by to goal line stand.
15-7.
So it's 15-7, right? Okay. So then Michigan State is moving down the field. All of a sudden, Aiden Childs, third down, gets hit, gets hurt, has to exit the game. Field goal.
Okay.
And then now we're like 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Don't ask how we got here, but we're here.
How is there still this much time left in the game?
Michigan goes down. Oh no, Donovan, big play, Don fumbles the ball. What happened? And then Michigan State goes down. It's a nice long drive of 2 minutes as K-Ron fumbles the ball. And then Jack Tuttle gets 3 good passes in a row. Zach's feeling good. And what's that in the end zone? A dot to the defense. And he brings it. He's going all the way back, all the way down. Oh, he's tackled the one by big play done. And then guess who's back? Back again. Childs is back. Tell a friend for the tush push touchdown to win it.
So
You know what that felt like? You know what that felt like? You ever had a dream that when you went
So he went through all of that when I asked the question, is it Michigan like misses a field goal, or is it like 15-10 and they score a late touchdown? He could have just said, yeah, it's 15-10 and they score a late touchdown instead of giving us
7
a
interceptions
full
in this
game
game.
synopsis.
Yeah, you called at least 6.
I just asked for a simple answer. I got a full game synopsis. Of
No,
what's
because
gonna...
it just popped in my head and I had to get it out, man.
Drop down, smack, whoop,
That's what that's what it felt like. God.
12-10 MSU.
That was awesome. You said 12-10.
12-10 MSU.
Oh,
Can we get a full game synopsis?
Please.
It's a-
Drop down, smack,
wait.
whoop,
Wait. So, Michigan scores the only touchdown in the game?
Actually, no. Michigan kicks 2 field goals and gets 2 safeties.
Yes.
No, they get 5 safeties.
Blasphemy.
Anyway,
Michigan State scores 2 touchdowns but misses both PATs.
Whoa.
I know in my what's cooking I had Michigan State minus 2.5.
I was
But
about to contradict it.
I am going to contradict it. I'm going to go 17-10 Michigan. I got to stick tried and true. Just
Yeah, I would have never picked Michigan in this game. I would have, no matter where we would have been.
My brain is
was
choosing
0-7. I still would have picked Michigan
See,
State.
My brain is choosing logic over heart. It's tough.
my brain is doing both because my brain is going to put money on Michigan State because if that happens, then you get money if they win, and then if it's the other way and Michigan wins, then
It's a win-win no matter what.
I win emotionally.
You know what, Zach? I think this is a great call. I think you should do
Win-win
this.
no matter what.
Yeah,
This might save you a therapy session.
yeah. There you go. But yeah, we appreciate you being through this whole podcast, the shit show that it was through the technical difficulties, the no review this week.
Yeah, we were very upset last night.
We were.
Yeah, last night was not
We
the
were
time
cooked.
to be in this room. It
But-
was bad.
Yeah. So go follow the TikTok if you haven't, and the Instagram. We appreciate you being here. Like, subscribe, comment. We're gonna post a poll of who you think's going to win the matchups throughout the week. Answer those. So we'll kind of get you guys in on the scoreboard there that we've been keeping track.
You forgot one thing.
What's that?
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell. And we'll catch you next time.
Yeah. You know, you could have said something.
Bitch.
Fucker.
I'm sorry.